You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. I'm really excited to dig into the AI world today. Honestly, it feels like things are changing faster than ever. We've gathered some, really interesting insights that I think give a great snapshot of where AI is actually going. For you too.
It is striking, isn't it? Just the pace and how all these different threads connect. We're talking huge financial news, new tools for developers, and even some pretty serious safety stuff. Understanding the why is, I think, super important right now.
Absolutely. And, okay, speaking of huge, let's talk money. Nvidia. Wow. They just pulled in, get this, $46.7 billion revenue this quarter. That's up 56% from last year. Mostly that AI data center business. I mean, that's not just a number, is it? It feels like a story about who's leading the charge. Yeah. What's the implication of that hardware dominance?
Well, it means Nvidia has immense strategic clout right now. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it really highlights how capital intensive this AI revolution is. But interestingly, this is happening while the actual Gen AI consumer app space seems to be, well, maturing a bit. Andreessen Horowitz's latest top 100 list, for example, it showed fewer newcomers, only 11, down from 17.
Okay, so stabilization, maybe not necessarily a slowdown.
Exactly. It suggests stabilization.
Yeah.
And we're seeing mobile-first apps finally getting traction. After maybe some early issues in the app stores, ChatGPT still out front, yeah, but Google, Grok, Meta, they're definitely closing in. It's setting up a real competition in that consumer zone.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Consolidation. And that's actually a neat bridge from the big market picture to the tools people are actually using. What's cutting edge right now? I keep hearing about these new GPT-5 Codex features. What makes them such a big deal?
Oh, they're definitely a potential game changer for developers. You get these powerful extensions for common editors like Cursor, VS Code, a better command line interface too, even GitHub code reviews powered by Codex, and it's all part of existing ChatGPT plans using GPT-5 in the background. What's really fascinating, I think, is how this fits into this idea of malleable software. The whole paradigm is shifting, Instead of designing a rigid solution, you just describe the problem in plain English, and the large language model figures out the how.
So the AI does the heavy lifting on the implementation details.
Precisely. And tied to that, we're seeing huge interest in small language models, SLMs. These are models maybe 270 million up to 32 billion parameters, much smaller. They can run on regular CPUs, which is great for privacy if you deploy locally. Plus, predictable costs, open weights giving full control. Think about Cloudflare's Omni platform. They're running more models on fewer GPUs by being smart about managing them.
Right. Efficient.
Yeah. So it really begs the question, are we heading towards software that just bends to what we need? And will these smaller local AIs become just as key?
That idea of accessibility and tailoring AI, that's genuinely exciting. But there's always a but, isn't there?
Yeah.
With all this power comes pretty critical security stuff. And this one's a bit sobering, this prompt lock concept.
Yeah.
Being called the first AI-powered ransomware.
Yeah, that definitely caught my eye.
It's a proof of concept, sure. But it uses an open source OpenAI model locally through an API like Llama's, and it generates these sneaky Lua scripts to steal or wipe data, designed to avoid detection. It's a stark reminder about the flip side of innovation.
It really is. And look, the race isn't just about speed or smarts. It has to be about safety and trust. Prompt lock just highlights this broader issue. Pretty much all AIs in real-world adversarial situations are vulnerable to prompt injections.
Can you quickly explain prompt injection, just so anyone maybe not familiar?
Sure. It's basically tricking the AI. You craft your input, your prompt, in a clever way to make the AI bypass its own rules or safety checks or do something harmful it wasn't supposed to. And this is why we absolutely need real evils, rigorous data-backed testing like you see from platforms, Stacks was mentioned, not just, vibe testing an LLM to see if it feels okay. We need robust beta because every step forward in capability needs a matching step in defense.
A constant arms race, basically.
Kind of, yeah. Which is why it's good to see things like OpenAI and Anthropic sharing API access for joint safety tests, trying to find those blind spots together. That's positive.
The landscape we've covered, really. From those monster profits at the hardware level, these powerful new developer tools, to fundamental shifts in how software might work and facing these really serious security threats head on.
Yeah.
The momentum, especially with things like AI Mondays, keeping everyone updated, it's just undeniable. So dynamic.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
maybe the thought to leave you with is this. As you hear about all these facets, the innovation, the competition, the drive for efficiency, the security challenges, really consider how they're going to knit together. How will they actually shape your everyday digital world? Likely sooner than you think. It's not just abstract tech talk. It's about your experience, too.
Spoken Tech for your ears.